What if I told you there's a place where people have been digging for over 2 centuries, spending millions of dollars, losing their lives, and still haven't found what they're looking for? Welcome back to Strange Chapter. Today, we're diving into one of history's greatest treasure mysteries, the Oak Island Money Pit. This is a story of obsession, death, and a treasure that refuses to be found. Our story begins in 1795. On a small island off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada, a teenager named Daniel McGuinness was exploring Oak Island when he noticed something unusual, a circular depression in the ground beneath an old oak tree. Above it, one of the tree's branches had strange markings, as if a pulley system had once hung there. Intrigued, Daniel returned the next day with two friends, John Smith and Anthony Vaughan. They began to dig. What they found was astonishing. Just 2 feet down, they hid a layer of flagstones carefully placed, definitely man-made. They kept digging. At 10 feet, they found a platform of oak logs. Then, another at 20 feet, and another at 30 feet. But they were just teenagers with simple tools. Exhausted and excited, they stopped, convinced they had found a pirate's treasure. They had no idea they had just discovered what would become the world's most expensive treasure hunt. 9 years later, in 1804, the boys returned as men, this time with a proper excavation company, the Unsolved Company. They resumed digging and found something incredible: platforms of oak logs every 10 feet, all the way down to 90 feet. But here's where it gets truly bizarre. At 90 feet, they discovered a flat stone with strange symbols carved into it. Years later, someone claimed to have decoded it. The message read, 40 feet below, 2 million pounds are buried. The team dug with renewed energy. But when they reached 98 feet and took a break for the night, something happened that has puzzled everyone for over 200 years. The next morning, they returned to find the pit flooded with 60 feet of water. They tried to bail it out. The water level remained constant, no matter how much they removed. Someone had engineered an ingenious booby trap. Subsequent investigations revealed the horrifying truth. The pit was connected to the ocean through a series of flood tunnels. These tunnels were designed to automatically refill the pit with seawater whenever someone dug too deep. Think about this: someone, centuries ago, had the engineering knowledge to create a sophisticated defense system. They dug tunnels from the shore to the pit at a precise angle, covered them with coconut fiber, which doesn't even grow in Canada, and layers of rocks to filter the water. This wasn't the work of simple pirates. This was planned by someone with resources, knowledge, and something incredibly valuable to hide. But who? And what were they hiding? Over the years, theories have ranged from believable to absolutely wild. Some say it's Captain Kidd's pirate treasure. Others believe it's the lost treasure of the Knights Templar, including possibly the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant. Another claims it's Francis Bacon's original manuscripts, proving he wrote Shakespeare's plays. Some even believe it's a natural sinkhole with no treasure at all, just a geological formation that has fooled generations. But if it's nothing, why the elaborate flood tunnels? Why the platforms? Why the coded stone? There's a legend about Oak Island. 7 people must die before the treasure is revealed. So far, 6 people have lost their lives in accidents during excavations. The first victim died in 1861 when a boiler burst. In 1897, a man named Maynard Kaiser fell to his death. In 1965, 4 men died from hydrogen sulfide gas poisoning in just one day. The financial cost, over $100 million, has been spent on excavations. Presidents have been involved. Franklin D. Roosevelt was an investor in one expedition. John Wayne visited the island. An entire reality TV show, The Curse of Oak Island, has been running since 2014, documenting modern attempts to solve this mystery. Despite ground-penetrating radar, advanced drilling equipment, and millions in funding, the treasure remains elusive. In recent years, excavators have found tantalizing clues. medieval pottery, a Roman sword, Templar crosses, ancient coins, and fragments of parchment with writing on them. In 2021, they discovered a massive stone structure deep underground, possibly a ship or a vault, but accessing it without triggering more flooding remains nearly impossible. Every discovery leads to more questions. Every answer opens 10 new mysteries. So, what's really buried on Oak Island? Is it the greatest treasure in history or the greatest hoax? After 28 years, over $100 million, 6 deaths, and countless expeditions, we still don't know. Maybe that's the real treasure, not gold or jewels, but the enduring human desire to believe that somewhere something extraordinary is waiting to be found. What do you think is buried on Oak Island? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this mystery, hit that subscribe button because Strange Chapter has many more unexplained stories coming your way.